Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Joseph Makes Skincare, your one-stop shop for make your own skincare, cosmetics and other treatments for the skin, which would usually cost you a fortune. But on this channel, I'm showing you how to make your own, therefore cutting the prices right down, guys. So today I'd like to talk to you about Hyaluronic Acid Super Serum. I'm actually going to rename this as the Game Changer, because in my opinion, this is the only hyaluronic acid serum you will require, guys. This costs about, all told, probably about 90 cents to $1. That's possibly about 40 or 50, 60 pence English sterling. So hyaluronic acid is a, you know, I talk about collagen, elastin and laminin as the support structures of the skin that diminish as we age. Hyaluronic acid is another one of those. So basically you have like this spongy network of proteins and fibers which hold the skin in place and give it its firmness and its plumpness. As we age, these proteins, proteins, they diminish, and basically as we age, skin starts to sag, that it loses its plumpness, its vibrancy. Hyaluronic acid is so popular at the moment, it's in virtually everything, including dog food. It's not, no, I'm joking. It's everywhere. It's in serums, tonics, moisturizers, eye creams, face washes. Don't get me onto what it's in. So yeah, it really is very popular at the moment. But what every serum on the market can't do is get the skin to reignite its own production of hyaluronic acid, thereby making any serum which could potentially do this a game changer. And my serum does just that. As you can see, it's crystal clear. In the tutorial, I'll be showing exactly how to make this little beauty. So hyaluronic acid traditionally came from rooster's combs, you know, the red part of the beard and the crown of a rooster. Now it's made from biofermentation of certain plants and vegetable matter. It is also known as sodium hyaluronate. I'll put the spelling down below so you can see. So if something's claiming to be hyaluronic acid, serum, gel, so on and so forth, and you think, well, this hasn't got hyaluronic acid in because you've studied the ingredients list because you're diligent people like me, and you see that it hasn't got hyaluronic acid in, but it does have something called sodium hyaluronate. Sodium hyaluronate is basically hyaluronic acid. It's been chemically altered by fusing it with, I won't go on and bore you with the details, basically a salt of hyaluronic acid. So yeah, basically this stuff is amazing. It's so cheap to make, so simple. If you can get hold of all of the ingredients, which I'll put it in the description below where I bought them in the UK. It's not that complicated to make, guys, is it? I know that many of you do actually use hyaluronic acid serums currently. I know Susie over at Light Fragments Oracle uses one. Susie, lovey, try this. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Give this a whirl, because this will make your skin so much smoother, softer, and just healthier looking than your bog standard hyaluronic acid serums. That's not to say Susie doesn't have amazing skin, because she does. Yeah, so I'll put some on so you guys can see. I've just opened my lid. I'm going to pour 2, 3 drops into the palm of my hand. Can you see that, people? So it's in the palm of my hand. Apply it to, as soon as you apply it, you'll notice that it turns your skin basically to glass. It spreads like a dream, and then it dries down within seconds. So my skin is not tacky at all now. In fact, it just feels baby soft, and it's got almost like a silicone-y sort of feel to it. You know, that powdery sort of ultra smooth feeling some silicone-based products like the Lanacin gel, for example, have. This stuff is beautiful, and rather than just sitting on the top layers of the skin and hydrating the skin. This will actually give you a thorough, far deep down moisturize, because it's actually reigniting your skin's own hyaluronic acid production via the D-glucosamine powder, which we added into the formulation. So what's to lose, guys? This is probably, in fact, it's the best hyaluronic acid serum I've ever used, and I made it myself. So how much would that be worth in the shops? £100, $200? Who's to say? Cost me less than the price of a croissant. It's crazy, isn't it, guys? Anyway, let me know what you think about this recipe and any other recipes in the comments below. Also, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And if there are any recipes or skincare, particularly things you particularly want me to do, then that's fine. I'm more than willing to do that for you beautiful people. I know that Linda has tried some of the formulations already. Hi Linda, it's lovely to have you on Joseph Makes Skincare. Yeah, so that's it, beautiful people. Lots of love. Take care. Bye. Right guys, should we start the tutorial? So what you'll first of all need is one clean bowl. You'll also require your hyaluronic acid powder, and you'll also require propylene glycol, or you can also use, if you don't have propylene glycol, glycerin. For this tutorial I'm going to use propylene glycol. So what I do is take the lid off this propylene glycol, 1 teaspoon of propylene glycol is going into the bowl. Put the lid on that. Now then, just give that a quick wipe, because if I don't, the powder will adhere to it. It's going to stick to it anyway, but we want to minimise that as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is just get about half a teaspoon of hyaluronic acid powder. Can you see that? So that goes into the propylene glycol. And then we just stir those two together. And I'll give you the rationale behind why you do this phase first. It's simply because if you don't, you get lumps of hyaluronic acid. If you don't do this stage first and just use hyaluronic acid in water, you'll get lumps. I've seen hundreds of tutorials on YouTube, and none of them use this phase. Now this stage will help you in the long run. So can you see that, guys? Right. What I'm now going to do is phase 2 of this tutorial. Put that to one side. So you want a clean jug and another clean jug. This has got 200 mils of water in. This is the N-acetyl D-glucosamine powder, which I got arrived yesterday morning. My hands are shaking. I'm not anxious. Just hoping this all goes okay. Right, so I can get the bloody bag open. This is the first time I've opened this, so shit. Oh, come on. Right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Right, so finally managed to get the bag of glycosamine open. So what I'm now going to do is put into my clean empty jug 1 tablespoon of D-glucosamine powder. Seal that one up. You know why, guys. Now then, what I'm going to do now is pour my jug of clean water directly into the glucosamine powder. This is all water soluble, so it should dissolve pretty much directly. So now in here I have D-glucosamine and acetyl D-glucosamine, I should say, and water. Stir them together until all the lumps have gone. Right, that's pretty much dissolved now. So now what I'm going to do is, do you remember our bowl we had with the hyaluronic acid and the propylene glycol? Put that spoon down here. So just simply pour, and you see it almost immediately accepts it. Whereas if that hadn't had the pipe, if we didn't do the stage with the pipealone glycol before, that would have turned into lumps. You may still have a few lumps, but given a few hours, they'll all dissolve. Now this will start to thicken up. This is beautiful, guys. It is absolutely gorgeous. Can you see that starting to thicken? And as the hyaluronic acid starts to soak up the water, it will get thicker and thicker. You don't want it too thick, but you know, it's sort of like a runny, viscousy syrup. Like golden syrup, that's the sort of texture, consistency you would like, we're aiming for. So just keep stirring it until there are no lumps in there now at all. I don't know whether you can see that, guys. Let me just turn the camera down so that you can get a better look. So that's our hyaluronic acid serum in the bowl. So how are we going to get that in the bottle now, I hear you ask? Good question. Another clean jug. I've got loads of these. I get them from Wilko's. They're about 30p each or something. Just simply pour that one into there. Now, you need your clean bottle. Take the lid off. And transfer your serum into your bottle. Whoops, some of it's gone, but it doesn't matter. I am the king of clumsy. Right, put your lid on. Give it a little wipe because I have got hyaluronic acid super serum everywhere. And that's your crystal clear serum. It is gorgeous, guys. Absolutely beautiful. It outperforms any other hyaluronic acid serum I've ever tried because basically it helps your skin make its own hyaluronic acid thanks to the glucosamine in that recipe. So that's it, guys.